Hello everyone, Skeets here. I want to bring you guys a quick little video to go over my first impressions on Blessed Unleashed. It's only the beta. However, this game just came out Tuesday, November 7th on beta for Xbox One. I want to give you guys my brief little first impressions and we'll go from there. So if you guys don't know anything about this game, I do believe that it is a somewhat of a port over from the Bless Online from the PC version. From what I've heard, it's not the exact same thing. It's not the exact copy. So everything is not the same from the PC version, which did have mixed reviews. A lot of people ended up getting refunds on Steam for that because they did not fix things they promised on fixing. And the game was getting such terrible scores on Steam that Steam ended up refunding money. However, I never played that version, so I don't have any experience with that. I don't know anything personally about how that went, just things that I heard and read. This, however, from what I understand, is not, like I said, not the exact same thing. So we're going to get into a little bit of my experience. We'll play some clips as we're talking of some stuff that we streamed on Twitch the other day when it first came out, as well as I'm going to show you guys some things, and we'll talk about some stuff as we're going through this. So we'll get started. Alright everyone, so as you can see here, when you get into the game, you have quick play start credits. I think quick play just plays the last character that you've played. If you go to start, I believe that it shows you your characters. So we have my ranger, my mage that I started, and my crusader that I started. There's a lot of customization options in this game. As you can see, my mage, I kind of made him look a little bit ridiculous. I was having fun on stream playing him, creating him with some of the people in chat. All the different customization options, we were just kind of messing around with that. I then made a crusader. So when you first get into the game, you go through this little bit of a tutorial kind of thing, a combat tutorial. The combat in this game is a lot more combo based than what you normally expect from an MMO. So it takes you through this combat tutorial essentially, and once you get out of that, you have a choice to go through like a prologue, which you get up to level 3 through the prologue, and you get some gear and stuff. We did the prologue on our ranger, but we decided not to do that on our mage and our crusader. So once we got through that first initial combat tutorial, we just went straight into the nitty-gritty of the getting into the game. So we're gonna get on the ranger real quick, and we're gonna go through some of the combat, and we'll go from there. Thanks. In the skills, this is very interesting. So blessings are like your skills, and as you're moving through the story, as you can see here, to unlock the Mark of the Wolf, we need to gather memory fragments for the Mark of the Wolf, progress in that campaign quest. So on this Gift of Valor, though, we have different skills unlocked. So right now we've been doing this parting shot, which you can see a preview, which you can't see because of me. So let me turn me off. You can see a preview of what it's going to be doing. That's pretty interesting. I do like how they set this up. It increases as you go through, and then you have other skills. This skill requires 2 skill points, as you can see there, to unlock it. This one only required 1 to unlock, so I figured I'd just max it out. As we go through here, you also have combos. So these are your actual moves that you're using, and you can see what button you're supposed to use to do it. As you're using these moves, and we'll show an example of this, as you're using your moves, it actually shows you when it triggers you to hit the next button if you want. So if I used RB 3 times, it would either tell me to hit RB again to move on to the next shot, which would be this triple shot, or it would ask me if I want to do arrow rain. And then if I do arrow rain, you can then move on again to errant torrent and then arrow storm. And then it just keeps on moving through. So you can combo moves together and do different moves depending on what you're trying to accomplish. This scatter shot down here is like an AoE move, and you can combo that together as you go. This tempest shot up here, if you hold down the left trigger, it builds up damage. So you can see it ends up tripling itself. So step 1, as it's building, if you let it go on step 1, it does 192 damage. If you let it go on step 2, it does 192, or doubles that. Another 192 and another 192 on step 3. It does take a long time to load up. So we'll get in here and we'll fight somebody. So we'll show this as we're loading this up. So there's step 1, there's step 2, and then here's step 3 when we let it go. And apparently I missed. So this is one of the things that I do not like about the Ranger, is it seems like you have to be pretty close into somebody to actually get some damage in. I'm not really sure I like that. It seems to me, as a Ranger, you would want to be able to shoot people from pretty far away, right? And so as you can see with the combo, as we were talking about earlier, we're going to do arrow. Apparently not going to do arrow rain. So we're going to try to get our arrow rain. Oh, we messed up. We hit it one too many times. So it's 3 shots. So RB1, 2, 3, arrow rain, arrow torrent, and then arrow storm. You can see I wasn't aimed on him, so I didn't hit him. And that's one of my criticisms, is it seems like the game, and I know it's just in beta, but it seems like targeting's a little glitchy sometimes. So apparently that was a boss that we killed. You can loot things, they shine up blue, as you see there. So one of the issues that I have is that it doesn't seem to like to target things very accurately. If you lock onto something, you lock on by clicking down on the right stick. And if you locked in on somebody, it seems like it doesn't always hold the lock. Alright, so as far as combat goes, we looked at the skills. It's really cool when you're comboing moves together. It's pretty seamless. One of my complaints is with the Ranger, you have to definitely be pretty close to somebody to hit them. You would think that you could be pretty far away distance-wise to be able to hit them. If we look in our combos, I'm not 100% sure if it shows us a distance that we have to be, and no, it does not. It shows us damage that we'd be doing, but it doesn't show us like a distance of a range of how far we can hit them from, which is kind of clunky to me. You'd think that you'd be able to see that. That'd be something that's transparent to you. And with a Ranger, you'd think you could hit people from a pretty good distance. So as far as the Ranger goes, it seems pretty strong. The Ranger definitely seems strong. The main thing that I don't like is you can see down on the bottom by our health, that's the 100%, the red bar down there. And the green bar is how many arrows we have, so if I start expending arrows, you'll see they're dropping down. The main thing I don't like about this class, though, is that we end up running out of arrows. And so if you're fighting, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, I need to reload. So you have to hit B to reload, and you have to run around and wait for it to reload, and then you can start fighting again. That seems weird to me. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure why they did that. But other than that, the Ranger's combat's really fun, and it's pretty engaging. Combat on those, the 2 characters that we've tried, is actually a lot more interesting to me than playing the Ranger was. The Ranger it's fun. So the Ranger, to me, experience-wise, as far as the combat went, is the least engaging. However, it was still a lot of fun. I never once got bored of playing the combat or doing the moves, I guess, doing the combos. I never got bored of doing that, playing the Ranger. However, playing the Mage and playing the Crusader, in the combat tutorial section at the very beginning, you actually get more moves. I think you're level 20 or something like that at the very beginning, so you get more moves. So you have a lot more of the combos. However, even when I had all those combos on the Ranger, the Mage and the Crusader were a lot more fun to play as far as that combat went. The Mage seemed really engaging. There's different elemental spells you can do. You can freeze things, you can teleport, which is kind of like an arcane. It looks like arcane magic from like World of Warcraft or different Blizzard type games. And then you have fire damage. and you have, like I said, that frost damage. It looks like you can freeze things, possibly. The minions that I was fighting, or the enemies I was fighting, they didn't actually get frozen. I'm not sure if it slowed them as well, but it did seem like there's frost damage and frost magic, so you would imagine that that stuff would most likely do some freezing type abilities to them. The fire damage actually burns them, so they get like a burn tick on them that they actually take damage from as well, which is kind of interesting. The Crusader was actually the most fun to me as far as the combat went. It's up close and personal, obviously. It seems like they're tanks. They have shields. And that was really, really engaging. It was super, super fun. He runs up, or she, if you play a female character, you can go up and you can do a lot of damage and you can do a lot of stuff. So it was just a lot of fun. You can shield bash. You can jump up and slam your shield down. You can do a lot of different combo moves, and it just seemed better to me. It seemed more fun. It seemed like you could get around the target a lot more. You could run faster when you're playing the ranger and you're trying to shoot and move. You move really, really slowly as you're trying to strafe. With the Crusader, as I was running around, and same thing with the mage, when you're doing a lot of the spells, it's slower as you're in the animations. But with the Crusader, as you're running around schwacking things, you move fast, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot more fluid combat to me with the Crusader. So the graphics seem like they did a lot of good detail work and a lot of different things, especially gear and characters. They have really good graphics on those. One thing that don't have good graphics are things that are in towns. Things that have, like, there's a town where there's like a dock and some merchants and whatnot, and it seems like the stuff like fish and whatnot that are on the merchant tables, like they didn't render them very well. They just kind of threw them in there. They look really pixelated. There's a bluefin tuna in part of the game that looks really odd. We were making jokes about it on the stream, where it looked like they just took a picture of a bluefin tuna, stretched it over the object they had in the game, and just went with it. It looks super pixelated. That's really nitpicky as far as looking at the graphics and nitpicking stuff, but that's one little thing that I think is kind of odd. Another thing that's kind of weird is when you're running downstairs, it doesn't seem. I've seen games do it better. It's not doing it now, but a lot of the times you'll see, like there did it a little, where you kind of like glitch up and down the stairs. That's a minor detail as well, but you'd think that that's something that they could probably get right. So other than that, those are pretty much my main issues with the game so far. The cutscenes are all voice acted, which is kind of nice. Quests and quest text and stuff like that, you have to read the quest text if you're into that. I'm not personally a fan of reading quest text. In most every game I play, if I have to read the quest text, I just skip it. I just want to get on. I want to play. I want to have the combat. The story in this game doesn't seem very compelling to me to want to read that quest text, so that's why I've been skipping it. As far as action bar items and stuff like that go, it's okay to me. It seems it's a little confusing sometimes, but I think once you get used to it, it'll be okay. So if you want to use an item, you hit up on the D-pad, as you can see down on the bottom left. That's our potion of recovery, so that would heal us. If you move over to the right, you can cycle, so that's elixir of wellness, and then so on and so forth as we have different items. If we want to cycle our quick slot bar, you have to hit down. So it kind of seems weird. We're on our potions here, but if we hit down, we go straight to emotes. I think it would be better if you went straight to lunchbox. So our lunchbox, like we mentioned before, is like food. You use that and it puts a heal over time on you. Other than that, going to toggle your actions, if you hit the left button, or left bumper, we have inspection mode, which I'm not 100% sure what that does. You have chat, which opens up your chat so you can chat in here. You have quests, so you can toggle through your quests, kind of like we have a bag merchant quest. And then you have your mount. So mount, the very first mount is 15,000 gold. However, we're only level 6 and we already had 15,000 gold to buy a mount. Mounting is kind of strange, so I'm not really 100% sure what that horseshoe bar that's moving its way up there does. However, if you speed yourself up with X and start running, I think once that bar gets to the top, you can hit your sprint. So you can hit RT, the right trigger to sprint, and now it's gone, so now I think you have to build that bar up again. So I'm spamming the trigger and it's not doing anything right now. So I'm pretty sure you have to build the bar up to sprint again. Dismounting is pretty seamless. You kind of just jump off your mount and you can start running around and killing things. Alright, so now we're in the create character section. As you can see, we have Crusader, Berserker, Ranger, Mage, and Priest. I'm assuming Priest's heal. I haven't played one yet, but we're going to give every class a try in the beta. Mages obviously do damage. They're super fun. Rangers, we just showed the Ranger off earlier. And Berserkers, which are two-handed melee weapon wielders. And then Crusaders, which I think are tanks, which also use melee weapons. As a Crusader, you can either be a human or an Impin. I decided that armor right there just looks sweet. It looks awesome. That's why I decided to go with them. It really seemed like something that'd be cool, especially when you get into the pre-sequence of the combat tutorial. The gear they give you and that looks awesome on them, and they run around really cool. They're really quick. So that's the Crusader, which you can pick. Berserker, you can only pick the Varg. Customization options wise though are so insanely huge that you could make him gigantic and skinny, or super big and fat, have massive hands. Like you can change so many things. The colors are endless. You can even make your character pink skin or blue skin or green skin or whatever color you want. So then we have the Ranger. Rangers can only be elves. However, you can pick male or female. I think the males look a little funny, and I don't know if it's because the ears stick out horizontally so much. They just kind of look weird to me, so I decided to go with the female on my elf when I made my Ranger. Mages, you can pick either elf or you can pick human. Again, you can do male or female. And then Priest, you can be Impin or human. Impins seem like they're only males. However, there's some customization options that make it look like you look like a female. So I'm not really sure what's up with that, and I don't know the lore behind about these classes, or races. I'm sorry. And Vargs can either be male or female as well. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for our initial thoughts on this game. We played it for probably about 4 hours last night, and it was really great. I really enjoyed the gameplay. There's a couple things like we mentioned that were kind of weird. However, it was a great playthrough for what we experienced. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, please join me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Skeets. We'll play live. Follow my social medias. The links will be in the description below for those that we'll post every time we're going to go live on Twitch. We're going to be playing this game on Twitch some more, so please join me on that. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more. Majority of what we play is Apex Legends. However, I really did enjoy this game. I've been looking for a new MMO for quite some time. Have 12 years of experience in World of Warcraft, and I just cannot get into it anymore. I even tried Classic WoW out, and I just, after I think level 20, I was like, I can't do it anymore. So, like I said, I've been really looking for a new MMO to play, and maybe this one will be the one. Who knows? It seems really fun. I like the combat. And I really enjoyed it so far. So maybe as things get worked into place in this beta, maybe they fix some things and they figure some things out that they wanted to do. And maybe it'll be more of a success than the version that they had on PC. So like I said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, do what you want to do. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.